crying every day. I was like crying at night, crying in the morning, crying during classes, crying looking at my grades. It was not good. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jordan, and welcome back to another Jordan video. So for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys online tips and hacks. So at the beginning of the school year, when everything shut down and we started to do online school, I got a lot of questions asking for this type of video, but I personally didn't even know like how to do anything either. So I didn't really want to get on camera and act like I knew everything, because I was actually failing, because it was really hard at the beginning, and I think I can say that for all of us. At the beginning of the school year, it was super hard and stressful trying to focus on my grades and fix them while also filming YouTube content. And I know you guys don't know that, but I just really wanted to get content out for you guys, but on my hand it was also super like overwhelming and stressful. And towards the end of the semester, my grades were really bad. I had D's, F's. It was not good. Me and my parents then sat down and figured out what worked for me, and I was able to get my grades all the way up to A's, all A's, before the semester ended. And I'm going to share you guys what worked for me, so hopefully it can work for you. But I know that what worked for me probably won't work for a lot of people, because it's not one size fits all. Everybody learns differently and does stuff differently, so I'm not like trying to say that this is the only way that would work. I'm just trying to be helpful. The first tip I have is to set one major goal, and this is because everything is going on. It's super busy. You have teachers emailing you, new assignments being uploaded like that because it's online, so it's so much easier just to get a bunch of assignments out, and it can get really overwhelming really fast, and it's really hard to focus on because all of these assignments are coming at you. And I know that was really one of my problems, because I would do like half of this assignment and then this assignment would pop up, so I would switch assignments and then forget about this assignment, and then it would become missing and it would drop my grade down low. So that was a big problem for me. So setting one major goal for the week can really help prioritize like what you need to get done, and it won't have you like jumping this from like and all over the place. A tip number two is to treat your studying like a job. So what I mean is like we don't really have jobs because we're young right now and we can't get a job. So to treat your studying like a job means to clock in and clock out. So set a schedule for when you have to study and when you're gonna like get out of your job, and in between that time period you do all your work and you gotta get this done. So like if you don't study or you don't do what you're supposed to do, you'll get like fired, and in our case being fired is like failings, and nobody wants to fail. So clock in, show up, and if you treat school like a priority, you won't fail. Tip number 3 is to work in a comfortable setting, and a setting that allows you to focus. So before my room got redid, my room was like super cluttered, especially my desk. There was so many distractions on it, and it really caused me to like not pay attention and not really do my work. So my mom said I had to move to the kitchen or on the couch, and it really helped me because there was no distractions. It's all clean because she cleans 24/7. So hey. It was like, it's true. You clean all the time. I clean house. And they get mad when I leave stuff everywhere because I do that. But yeah, it really helped me because again, there was no distractions. In my room, when it gets super cluttered, I hate it. It makes my anxiety like freak out when it's super cluttered. I just feel gross. That is another reason why I was failing, because I just didn't feel like my room just was not good. So I just went out to the kitchen and the living room, and it really helped me. So after my room got redone, I also did a like uncluttered desk tour, if you guys want to watch that video. But I sit at my desk and I do work, or I sit on my bed, and I like these spaces because my desk is like always super clear of junk, most of the time, and my bed is also comfortable for me. And if I know like I'm not gonna really be distracted today, I'll sit on my bed because it's super comfy. And you know, you have to be comfortable when you're doing schoolwork, or else you just feel like, man, not good. Tip number 4 is to have a study plan. And this is because during online school, you don't really have like a set time to do your work, because it's kind of like teachers just let you go sometimes. And if no one's kind of like motivating us or telling us to do it, we usually won't do it. That's what I didn't do. I just would be like, okay, I'm done then, and not do my work. So if you set a study plan, then you can kind of be self-motivated and want to get your work done. So you want to just like write down your weekly schedule for the week, what assignments you have to do, what time they have to be turned in. And because I know that was a real problem for me, because I just wouldn't remember when my assignments would have to be turned in, and I'll be like, oh, it's due this day. No, it's not. So to have a visual reminder is really good, and you can do it on Google Calendar, your phone, or you can just do it in a regular planner. Tip number 5, which is probably the hardest one, is to limit social media use during school. I know you're probably hearing this like, no. Trust me, I know it's hard, and this was the biggest reason for me that I was failing. It was because I would be on TikTok all day. Like, my teacher was on Zoom, I'd be like sitting there. What else am I supposed to do? Just pick up my phone, scroll, scroll, scroll. Ha ha hee hee hee. You guys know how TikTok is. You think you're on there for like 5 minutes, and then you end up being on there for 5 hours. It is not a good thing. Sometimes I would be like, oh, I don't have to do this. Let me scroll, scroll, scroll. And then I'll come back and be like, wait, we're doing a test? Oh no! It's the same for YouTube, same for Twitter, same for Instagram, same for all of that. And my mom has a rule now that I'm not allowed to go on TikTok during classes. I can go on it in between or at lunch, but like when I'm in school, no. Tip number 6 is to use your online resources. You guys don't understand how many times I have asked my mom, hey, what's blah blah blah, and she'll just be like, Google it, because you have Google right at your fingertips. So just Google it. I'm not telling you to cheat, but like if you have a question on something, or you're really confused on a question and your teacher isn't emailing you back, then just Google it. Help yourself. The internet has so much information on it and is so helpful. Just use your online resources, because that is what they're there for. Tip number 7 is to take mental health breaks. My mom is super big on making sure my mental health is really good, because when it's not, I can spiral down because of my anxiety and just like crash and just cry. Sometimes I'll take like a class off or 2, or sometimes I'll take the whole day, and it really just depends on how my mental health is doing. And I just think it's super important to take those days off, because if you just keep adding and adding and adding, you just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper down into the abyss. At the beginning, when I wasn't doing well in school, because I have so much like stress and anxiety about doing good in school, and when I wasn't, it was terrible. I was crying every day. I was like crying at night, crying in the morning, crying during classes, crying looking at my grades. It was not good. Since I started taking those mental health days, I got so much better, and everything has been really good. So prioritizing and communicating your mental health is so big, especially communication, because if your grown-ups or your parents don't know, then they can't help you. So communicating it is such a big thing, because you don't want to just keep it bottled up, and you just have to let it out sometimes. Tip number 8 is to not be afraid to connect with your classmates. And this is a big thing, because just think about it. One day we were at school, and the next day ripped out, and we just haven't been back since, and we just have been isolated. So really getting able to connect with your classmates, connect with your friends, connect with people in your neighborhood is a huge thing, and it can like help you both out. And I know we can't just go and hang out with our friends and everybody, but just like over Zoom, over your classes, over text, just getting able to connect with somebody or multiple people can really be a life changer. Tip number 9 is to get ready like you're actually going to school. And what I mean by this is when you wake up, you go eat your breakfast, take a shower, put on your clothes, and it just makes you feel like motivated, ready to go, and it's like, I'm actually going to school. But if you just like get up and you're tired and you just automatically just go onto Zoom in your jammy, sticky breath, you just don't feel motivated. You don't feel like you're actually going to school. It just feels like I'm just hanging out in my bedroom. Because then if you're not motivated, you're not gonna make it through the entire day because you just don't want to do it. Last tip number 10 is to ask questions. And for me, I get super scared to ask questions. I even like ask my friend, Emily, can you please ask this question? Can you please? And she'll be like, no, it's your question. I'm always asking questions for you. To ask questions is really important because it lets your teacher know what you need help on. It lets them help you, and you can actually do your work right instead of just being confused the whole entire time. And I get it's kind of weird to ask questions like via online because it's kind of in front of the whole class and you might be embarrassed, or if you email them they might not get it back fast enough. So that's something I have trouble with because like I don't really want to ask a question in front of the whole class, but like it's school. People are going to have questions. Nobody's going to judge you because everybody is confused about something at some point. But yeah, those are my 10 online school tips and hacks to help you do better. I also got a lot of requests to do online school note taking, and I know like that's a big one, so let me guys know if you guys want to see that. And yeah, I hope these tips helped you, and let me know if you guys have any tips. You could probably help another person out. But yeah, again, these tips are what worked for me, and I'm not sure if they'll work for you because again, it's not one size fits all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff, And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, love you. Woo-hoo.